Hi everyone. Earlier we talked about leaving early, like in other words, leaving before you call for the target or as you're calling for the target, but we didn't really talk much about leaving late. What causes a shooter to leave late? There's a couple of common things that come up. One, the setup might be wrong, meaning your hold point may be a little too close, your look point may be a little too low or not far enough back, or in some cases, you're leaving when you see a target rather than the flash. So let's talk about each one of those a little bit. Let's talk about the setup first. Always go back to the basics. Just make sure that your hold point is in the correct spot at a third. Make sure your eyes are maybe a quarter or at least halfway back on most of your shots, if not maybe even a little bit more. One of the biggest things that I have to work with on shooters the first time I work with them is their eyes are generally not high enough. And we talked about that before. But basically, again, I'm going to give the example of a high 2 because that's the number one problem target where shooters do not get their eyes up high enough, is that if our eyes are at the bottom of the window because our hold point's at the bottom of the window, not only are we supposed to look away from the gun, but we also need to look up above the gun in order for our eyes to be in the target flight path. Now, when you do that, you want to make sure that the gun barrel stays at the bottom of the window, but just your eyes go back and your eyes go up. Last possible thing that could be going wrong is, hey, you may have the world's most perfect setup, but if you do not match gun speed and target speed as soon as you catch movement of that target, you're going to be behind. One of the old cliches is, hey, you got to wait till you see the target before you move. Actually, it's you got to wait till you see the flash, the streak, or the blur. That's your ticket to start moving. That's your green light to nail down the accelerator to match gun speed and target speed. So if you feel like you're getting behind on some targets, make sure those setups first. Make sure your eyes are up high enough in the target flight path and far enough away from the gun. And then also make sure that you're reacting to the movement of the target, not a full target.